Hello. This is my attempt at trying to do like an ASMR intro video, but my microphone is not very good and it kind of sounds weird. It doesn't pick up all the good sounds. But this is just going to be a shop update along with some work done to the CNC and me explaining just what I've been working on. And this is me just getting the CNC turned on to get started for working with it. I gotta set it to a set home first, an initial home kind of. So it does everything, spins the tool holder around, checks the limit switches, checks the right limit and the front limit, and then afterwards it asks if it wants to do a spindle warm up. And so it'll grab a tool and run for 5 minutes 3 times at 3 different RPMs. And that gets everything warm and hot and makes the bearings expand so you can start actually using it. I think I was using it for planing that red oak slab that was there, and that's going to be a table in the future. But yeah, it's just going through the process right here. And yeah, you can see it's at 6,000 right now, and then it'll jump up for a set for 5 minutes and then jump up again.
Good morning, everyone. It's Weston here. It's been a while since our last update, but progress here at the dairy barn has been steady over the last few months. I just haven't been able to show it on video very much, but today I wanted to get back and show you some of the progress I made and get back into the swing of things.
And I'm just getting all that sawdust blown around, basically. And then here, I want to replace the old dust collector brushes, call it. I can't remember what you call it exactly. I was hoping that it would help more with dust collection, but it still puts a bunch of dust everywhere and shavings, so I don't know. I'm going to have to figure something else out. One issue that I had to deal with whenever I was getting the CNC finally plugged in after the electrical got hooked up was that it didn't want to home, and the error codes were telling me that this motor on this side was broken. So I had to get a replacement and replace it. And then the next thing I wanted to do was replace all the tool holders as they were kind of old. Problem was that I ended up ordering the wrong ones. You can kind of see here, the one on the right is the new one. The one on the left was the older ones. But luckily I had 1 or 2 new ones still that I could replace out for the number 1 and number 2 tool holder posts, and that'll hold over until I get some new ones ordered. Yeah, so now that I'm coming back and editing this video after a couple months, I basically decided that I think I'm going to try and 3D print replacements. For whatever reason, sometimes when the CNC goes to do a tool change, it likes to halfway grab it and it doesn't fully seat. And I think what's happening is when the CNC head comes down and it slips onto the tool holder, it pushes the tool down slightly so it doesn't fully seat. I think you can have the technicians come out and align everything perfectly, but where I live, it's a drive from their shop, and I think it works out to be like $2,500 just for them to come do a day or 2 of work, which I'll probably end up paying in the future if I start running into more issues, but if I can do it myself, I rather would. Here's me showing those current tool holders. I think the one on the right is the new one, and the one on the left is an older one that's been more worn. You kind of see how the one on the left was more open. The 2 new ones are tighter fit. But yeah, so just replacing these and hopefully it's a little bit better until I get those 3D printed in the future. And here I'm just going through and trying to figure out which one of these tool holder pieces has the most wear on it. I only have one more new one, so I'm just using it to check. And then whichever one's the worst, I'll replace that one. And all right, and then this next section is just gonna be a little walkthrough of how everything's looking in the shop. Right here I have my little desk station. I got my laptop hooked up so I can run the CNC and everything. Little DeWalt tool holder, just a small circular saw there. Then my dust collection and air compressor units behind there. And then I want to wall off that section where I just waved my hand and the section where I just pointed just now. It's an old Monte Carlo in here that needs to get pulled out at some point. Thinking about making this my spray booth area. And then over here is a bigger section that I'm not entirely sure what I want to do. I can't remember exactly what I was thinking when I was waving my hand around and talking on this video. It didn't take the audio, so I'm having to re-voice over it. I'm thinking of putting like shelves coming off right there. I think that's what I was saying. And then a lot of stuff in here that needs to get moved around. And walking back here, one of my work tables, and then all my wood storage currently. So, but yeah, that's pretty much the update for right now. And if you've watched this far into the video, appreciate it. I didn't do very much editing on this one just because I'm trying to get it out, but thank you.